Start.
Good afternoon. My name is Nancy Hugeworth, and I am in a medieval reenactment group. And today I'm going to show you how to wood grain the back of an aluminum shield. For this demonstration, you will need a spray paint primer or whatever primer you use most often on the back of your shield, and 2 colors of wood stain. Yes, I said wood stain. I decided paint would be too thick. So wood stain does stick to metal. So I have a base color, which is the Valspar, and I have, in place of paint with glaze in it, I have gel stain as my darker color. The tools I have used is obviously a key to get the can open, a sponge brush, and this is the important one. You can buy different types. This is a wood graining tool. It comes with 3 different grain styles you can get with the one tool. This one you can find at your local home and garden center. And of course you need an aluminum shield, which has already been primed, and some of the first coat of stain has been put down. As you can see, this shield is already primed. We primed the whole thing, let it dry. And then last night I did the base coat of the lighter colored transparent stain. And you might notice that it looks a little wood grainy in and of itself. The reason is I did what's called a dry brush technique, but instead of using a brush, I used the sponge. But instead of getting it wet first, like you do with most brushes or sponges and paints, I left it dry. And I spread the layers really thin and made sure to evenly pull them in one direction. And I will show you that now. And yes, I got a big drip. Big drips don't matter, they even out. The nice thing about the transparent stain over the primer is that it gives it a color of its own. And the dry sponge gives it a wood grain texture of its own. And since it's a stain, it doesn't dry as quickly as a thin coat of acrylic paint would. So you can manipulate it while you're getting your passes even on the back of the shield. The reason I'm trying to go in even passes in one direction is if the shield were made of wood or pieces of wood, the grain would be going in one direction. And that's as easy as it is. So here's where we get to use the wood grain tool. The wood grain tool has this texture here on this surface. This is the texture that will give you the heart wood look that we're all accustomed to planks of wood having. This will give you the finer texture that the brush has already given us, so we don't necessarily need to use that unless we need to smooth out a mistake. And then if you want it for whatever reason in your wood graining fun on other things, or even your shield, the end pieces of wood looks a little different as well, and this can give you end grain. That's how this particular tool works. You can buy them as separate tools as well. The technique you use when using this is after you put down the, in my case, gel stain, and have it in a thick layer that you can move around. You take the graining tool and start with one end and pull and rock it at the same time, and then just rock it back the other direction, and just rock it back and forth as you move up the shield or the piece of wood or MDF or whatever you're graining. So what? Let's give it a try with the gel stain. I tend to just put on a big blob. Smoothing it out just a little, but not a lot with this, because it will be moved around by the graining tool. And then you just take the graining tool and rock it as you go. Again, being sure to go in one direction. You will want to occasionally wipe the excess off. So have a rag or some paper towels handy, so you don't get too much on the inside the tool that keeps the grains from showing up. And it's just repeat the process, each one next to each other. Same direction you did your, and if you want it thicker, put the gel stain thicker. It all depends on the aesthetic you want for your piece. That one did not turn out very well, so I'm going to add more gel stain. Brush over it and start over. Obviously, we're just going to do the half that we stained and let dry last night. And that might be a little too much. So it really is just pulling the tool across it to knock down the big pieces or the big blobs as much as you need to, because you can always reapply. That's the nice thing about this. As long as it's wet, you can wipe it off and reapply it if you want to. I'm enjoying a couple of the spots here. So let's see if, and this is when I try to see what it will do if I use this tool to really, there we go, get down into the big blobs. And give it a little more texture that is even. And honestly, that's all there is to it. With the right tools, some things really are just easy. I'm still not liking this, so I'm going to go over it again and try to get it as aesthetically even as I want it in my head. that spot just does not want to green. And I don't know why. I'm going to presume it has something to do with the curvature of the shield. The first shield I did was smaller than this one, and the curvature was a little easier to follow because of its size. One more, and then I think it will be done. Okay, I like that. So we will let the rest of this dry since I did kind of cross over the half. But that's really all you have to do. And then from a distance, your metal shield will look a little more like wood and make the atmosphere of your reenactment much more friendly.